Hello everybody, my name is Renzer and I'd like to show you something today. Welcome to another episode of my Airgame Solo Reaver series, where you the viewers follow my learning curve in Planetside 2 to become a Sky Knight. Right off the bat I'd like to say that I'm very grateful for all the feedback my last video received, and I decided to get back in it ASAP with all the tips and implement them as quickly and as soon as possible into my flying. So the goal for this session was to use my control in space to dodge and to concentrate on adjusting my aim according to my aircraft and the enemy's position. The field of battle for today will be early morning Esamir and Hossin. The entire session was about 2 hours long and lasted from about 10 AM to midday. I had some breaks in between, some conversations with friends, some cooking for the family and overall housework. But this is what came out of it. The loadout for the Reaver is a standard AA setup with my nose gun, afterburners, hover stability, backed up with fire suppression. Of course, as always, the video will be with my live commentary, and I'm hoping for feedback from you guys, as I think we have finally had some long-awaited progress in the art of flying. Nevertheless, the road is long and winding, so help me out, will ya? Oh, and by the way, I'm trying out some different music, so be sure to give me your opinion on it too. In addition, one of the top tips for me was that if I'm using a bail assault, then I should bail more often. So I did. Check this out, what do you think? Best bail EU? Yeah, but anyway, guys, on with the show. The session started with me moving to the north and meeting the Vanu Air Force. The air was quite crowded, but staying true to my style of diving on people, I managed to get one guy. I'm pretty okay and satisfied with this kill because I almost managed to one-clip him, and remember, I'm still working my accuracy. Now, after returning to the battle, I meet this guy, Purple Baron. I know the guy, I know that I'm gonna die, but I'm not gonna pass out a chance to fight a pilot of his skill. Now, I am a person who is not afraid of challenges, and I think that, you know, taking challenges is the best way to learn. And I know that he's going to try to kill me with all his ability, and that's why I'm going to fight. I know that I'm going to lose, but at least I'm going to learn something. And I'll put myself to the test. Not giving up is what made me the FPS player I am, and I'm definitely going to do more of this in the air too. After that engagement, we're moving east to meet the TR Air Force. They're busy bombarding the NC troops on the ground, so I take the opportunity, I dive on the enemy, and I surprise him again. I am definitely not letting this guy go. I'm sticking as close as possible, putting as much pressure as I can. I know that I can't hover fight as well as other people can, but what I can do is aim at him, give him a lot of pressure, he cracks and hits the ground. A few seconds later, I spot that a friendly galaxy is being chased by a Mozzie, so I engage and I try to break him off. I notice that the guy is in absolute tunnel vision, so I take my time, I set up, I adjust for my movement, and get him out of the sky. We go up again, we get some more altitude, and look around. We're trying to find anything else that we can pounce on, surprise, and have the upper hand. Seconds later, another Mozzie is spotted trying to do a bombing run on the NC forces. I exploit the Reaver's speed and dive on him. I do a strafing run, but he breaks to the left, breaking my accuracy as well. I decide to follow. Seeing that the enemy turns around, I go as close as I can to apply as much pressure as possible, but the fight quickly turns into a hover duel close to the ground. We're both very careful not to hit the terrain around us, but at the same time trying to keep aim on one another. It's very frantic, I am very focused and stressed. I see that my enemy is trying to keep his aim on me as well, but then I say to myself, fuck it, let's go up, let's get some distance so I can see the enemy clearly. He loses sight of me and I get him down. Just when I thought I could take a moment to rest after the fight, I kill the pilot, look up, There's another Mozzie bombarding my forces. Not thinking anything, I move in and decide to help the guys before they're destroyed. The guy is almost dead and he's panicking, and I manage to get the kill. We go up again in hopes of finding more targets to fight and getting a breather. Remember that I am not an experienced pilot, and after those 4 engagements I am actually very tired. My hands are sweaty and shaking, but there is no rest for the wicked because here comes another Mozzie. Not thinking too much, we engage again. I get into my favorite position, I'm engaging the guy, dropping at him from the top. I'm trying to set up a good strafe, and here it comes. Beautiful strafe, I'm very proud of it, almost one-clipped. I think the guy just gave up after that one, because finish him off was just child's play. Yet again, we go up to assess the situation, to check if the skies are clear. I am really hoping for some time off because I am right now extremely exhausted, but here it comes again. We got the advantage, we got the position, but my hands are tired, I'm not focused as I should be. I missed the strafe completely, and you can see that it's not going as well as it should. I'm having problems sticking to the guy and keeping my aim on him. But he seems not really keen on looking at me, so I try to get him down, but my aim is totally off. He finally notices me and it turns to a hover fight. He tries to go around, but I manage to keep on him. We both shoot each other. He's almost dead, but I think he uses fire suppression. And I get sloppy here. I should have finished him off. You can see that he was almost dead, but I didn't aim well. With all respect to the guy's skill, I think he didn't win the fight, but I lost it. We move north to the Vanu front and we see some Reavers having a standoff with some Scythes, so we decide to join into the fight and it turns into a nice double kill. The fight isn't too demanding, but it's always a chance to practice my aim, right? Number 1. I just love getting close and personal. Number 2. Now look, here's a great example of what happens when I stop focusing and I become lazy. I'm chasing a Liberator, right? I noticed during that turn that there's a Scythe coming to help that Libby, and instead of backing up, I'm just getting into a stupid dogfight with the Libby. End up in a momentary hover fight with the Scythe, so I decide to back off. After a second I decide, no, let's fight him. Right, so my mind is going through, okay, let's take on a Liberator and a Scythe. But the biggest mistake I'm doing here is, if I want to fight these guys, what I at least should have done is keep him in my line of sight. But I decide just to focus on the fighter. I forget about the Liberator. I end up putting my ass in the Liberator's face, and he gets me down. Good for him, stupid of me. I need to focus more. And that was the biggest mistake here. Not the positioning, not the aiming, just the thinking. Alright, but continuing, we're moving to Hossin, and the footage that you're about to see, I am very proud of. Let's start with a hover duel with a guy that pushed me to my limits. I tried to be accurate and be more dodgy than I usually am. The guy was accurate as well, he was dodging pretty well, and he just outgunned me. He was overall a better fighter pilot, so good job to him. Nevertheless, a few moments later, I got back into the fight and managed to find the guy again. The guy is coming straight for me, so my thinking is my Reaver can handle more stress, I can dish out more damage than you can. Let's do this, man. He breaks off, I break after him. It continues into a hover duel. I try to be dodgy and accurate as well. I'm thinking about my movements. I'm constantly turning and adjusting my aim, depending whether I use control or space, and I end up getting him. Okay, I'm proud of this one. Moments later, I'm engaging an enemy galaxy, but what I don't know is that I'm about to get jumped by a Mozzie, and I'm out of position. Usually, I would run, but not this time. this time I fight. That was a real confidence boost for me. I'm starting to understand hover duels and winning them. At least on a very basic level, but hey, you gotta start somewhere, right? Before we go, here's one last example. I catch a Mozzie trying to take down one of our Reavers. I try to break him up, but it's too late. It turns into a hover duel. I'm kinda in the right spot right now. I've been fighting for about an hour constantly, and my confidence is up, my skills are sharpened, and I decide to take on this guy. I know that what I'm not good at is keeping myself in hover mode, but I'm starting to understand at least how to dodge a bit, and my aim is better than ever. I'm not afraid to take on enemies, even if I lose, because I know that every time I go into a fight, I'm gonna come out of it as a better player. And this time it's no different. But fortunately, I managed to stay on top. Please enjoy the rest of the clip, and I hope to see you both on stream and in-game. Renzer out. Keep that feedback coming, people. It means a lot. See you later. Ah.